Think of a moment when you were truly sad. Not dramatically, not visibly, just quietly, carrying something heavy. Maybe alone in a room, maybe trying not to show it, maybe not even fully admitting it to yourself yet. And your cat came. Without being called, without any signal you consciously gave. They simply appeared and sat with you, close, present, sometimes touching, always just there. You probably told yourself it was coincidence, or habit, or that cats are just like that sometimes. It wasn't any of those things. Your cat knew, and what they did in response to that knowing, what was actually happening in that quiet moment, is one of the most profound things that can occur between two different species on this planet. And most people live their entire lives never understanding what it truly was. Before your cat can respond to your sadness, they have to detect it. And here is where the science becomes extraordinary. When you experience emotional distress, even the kind you're actively suppressing, your body changes. Your breathing pattern shifts. The rhythm becomes shallower, slightly irregular. Your heart rate changes. The tension in your muscles alters in ways so subtle that no human in the room would notice. Your cortisol rises, and your scent, the chemical signature your cat has been reading since the day they met you, shifts measurably. Your cat detects all of it, simultaneously, in real time, before you've said a single word. Research on feline olfactory and social cognition confirms that bonded cats demonstrate measurably different behavioral responses to owners displaying negative emotional states compared to neutral states, including increased approach behavior, sustained proximity, and contact seeking, suggesting active detection of emotional change rather than random occurrence. What this means, specifically, is that your cat did not come to you by chance when you were sad. They came to you because something in the air around you changed, something that said to them, in the only language they have ever truly spoken, "The person I love most in this world is not okay right now." And they made a decision, which is what we need to talk about next. Because detecting your sadness is only the first part. What your cat does with that information, the choice they make, is what will stay with you long after this video ends. Here is something that matters more than most people realize. Not every cat comes when their owner is sad. Not even every bonded cat. Some cats withdraw when they detect emotional disturbance. Some observe from a distance. Some seem unaffected. The variance is real, and the research on it is revealing. The cats who come, who close the distance, who press against you, who refuse to leave, are not simply more affectionate cats. They are cats who have made a specific assessment about you, who have concluded, based on months or years of observation, that when you are distressed, your world is better with them in it, that their presence is something they can offer, that you are worth the offering. Studies comparing cat responses to owner distress found that cats demonstrating the strongest comforting responses, sustained proximity, physical contact, and directed vocalization during owner emotional episodes, scored highest on secure attachment measures. The decision to approach a distressed owner appears to reflect the depth of the bond rather than individual temperament alone. Your cat didn't come to you when you were sad because cats do that. Your cat came to you because your cat, specifically, has decided that you matter enough to show up for, in the hardest moments, without being asked. This is the thing most cat owners feel, but can never quite articulate, that in their worst moments, the quiet ones, the ones they didn't tell anyone about, their cat somehow knew, and came anyway. This video is for everyone who has ever experienced that and wondered what it meant. If you've ever had one of those moments, hit like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. You are exactly who this channel was made for. When your cat sits with you while you're sad, what are they actually doing? Because it's more than presence, more than warmth, more than simply being near. The first thing they are doing is regulating. Your cat's purr, if they're purring, operates between 25 and 50 Hz. This specific frequency range has been documented to promote healing, reduce anxiety, lower blood pressure, and decrease the physical markers of stress in human subjects. Your cat is not just comforting you emotionally, they are doing something physiologically measurable to your nervous system. The second thing they are doing is anchoring. When your cat presses their body against you, when you feel their weight, their warmth, the rhythm of their breathing, your nervous system responds. The physical presence of a bonded animal activates the same neurological pathways that human touch activates. Oxytocin rises. The acute stress response begins to soften. Research on human-animal interaction during distress found that cat owners in the presence of their bonded cat during stressful tasks showed lower cortisol levels, faster cardiovascular recovery, and higher self-reported emotional stability than control groups, with effects comparable to those produced by the presence of a close human friend. And the third thing, the one that requires no science to understand, is witnessing. Your cat is sitting with you in your pain without trying to fix it, without advice, without discomfort, without needing you to be okay sooner than you are. They are simply present with exactly what is, and that kind of presence is rarer and more valuable than almost anything words can offer. Most humans cannot manage it. Your cat does it naturally, every time. There's a question worth asking. Why does your cat even have this ability? What evolutionary purpose does detecting and responding to human emotional distress serve for a species that was never designed to live alongside us? The answer connects back to something we've explored in this series before. When your cat bonded with you, you became their colony, and colony members monitor each other's well-being, not as a learned behavior, as a biological imperative. In the wild, a distressed colony member is a vulnerability for the entire group. Their stress changes the energy of the shared space. It affects collective decision-making. It signals that something in the environment may be wrong. So, cats evolved exquisitely sensitive systems for detecting emotional states in the beings they live alongside, and responding in ways that stabilize the group. Comparative ethology research notes that domestic cats demonstrate more sophisticated emotional attunement to their bonded humans than previously understood, including behavioral responses to human crying, voice tone changes, and postural distress signals that appear to activate caregiving behaviors normally reserved for vulnerable colony members and kittens. When you cry, your cat hears something that, in every context their ancient wiring understands, means a family member needs care, and their response is not a choice in the conscious human sense. It is the oldest, most fundamental expression of what it means to be part of something. Showing up when someone you belong to is not okay. You didn't train this into them, you didn't ask for it, you simply loved them, and they became someone who would always come. Here is the thing nobody tells you about having a cat sit with you when you're sad. It means you were never actually alone, not in the moments you thought you were, not in the quiet evenings when the weight was heaviest, not in the middle of nights when everything felt impossible and you didn't want to bother anyone, and you sat in the dark trying to hold yourself together. Someone was paying attention, someone noticed, someone, in the only way available to them, came. People talk about cats as independent, aloof, self-sufficient, as animals who take more than they give, as pets who love you only on their own terms, which is almost never. And then their cat comes to them on the worst day of their year, uninvited, unprompted, with nothing to gain, and sits with them until something in the room shifts. And those same people find themselves unable to explain what just happened. What happened is simple. You are loved. Not in the loud, demonstrative way that humans perform love. In the quiet, consistent, showing up in the dark way that is, arguably, the truest form it ever takes. Psychologists studying pet-owner relationships have documented what they call the silent witness effect, the measurably significant impact of a bonded animal's non-judgmental presence during human emotional distress, which produces mental health outcomes comparable to social support from close human relationships, with none of the relational complexity that human support often carries. Your cat doesn't know the word for what they do when they sit with you in the dark. They don't need to. They have simply been doing it, every time, since the day they first chose you. And they will keep doing it, quietly, faithfully, for every hard moment that still lies ahead, because that is what it means to belong to each other. The next time you are sad and your cat comes, let them. They already knew. They already chose to come. And in that quiet moment, you were never alone.
You never were.